Welcome, story lovers, to a magical adventure deep in the sparkling kingdom of Whiskeria. There lived a graceful white cat named Princess Paws. She wore a beautiful crystal crown that shimmered with every color of the rainbow. But this crown wasn't just pretty, it was a symbol of kindness and leadership for the entire kingdom. One sunny morning, Princess Paws woke up, stretched her paws, and then gasped. Her crystal crown was gone. Her beautiful, sparkling crown had vanished from its velvet cushion. "Oh no," she whispered, her heart sinking. "Without my crown, I can't open the royal garden for the big spring festival." The festival was the most joyful day of the year, and everyone was counting on her. Determined to find it, Princess Paws didn't waste a moment. She wrapped her favorite traveling cloak around her shoulders and bravely stepped outside the grand castle doors. Her quest began. Her first stop was the Whispering Flower Garden, a magical place where petals swayed and danced even without a breeze. The air was sweet, with a scent of blooming roses and lilies. Princess Paws approached a cluster of tulips politely. "Excuse me," she said in her softest voice. "Have you seen my crown? It sparkles like a rainbow." The flowers rustled their leaves, whispering to one another. Then, together, they pointed their petals toward the tall, ancient trees at the edge of the garden. "We saw a sparkle," they whispered in a single, breezy voice. It was heading into the enchanted woods. Princess Paws thanked them with a gentle nod and followed the faint, glowing trail they had shown her. The enchanted woods were quiet, but not in a scary way. It was a peaceful silence, filled with the soft hum of nature. Fireflies floated around her like tiny, living lanterns, lighting her path with their gentle glow. Suddenly, she heard a rustling sound in the bushes nearby. Out popped a clever-looking fox with a bushy, red tail. He was carrying a bundle of shiny objects he'd collected. It was Finn the fox. "Finn, have you seen my crystal crown?" Princess Paws asked, her hopes rising. Finn shook his head, his collection of shiny pebbles and buttons clinking. "Not me, Princess, but I did see a bright sparkle bouncing its way toward Misty Mountain." Princess Paws nodded gratefully. Misty Mountain was a long way, but she had to keep going. She soon reached the echoing river, which flowed down from the mountain. The water was so clear, it reflected the bright blue sky like a perfect silver mirror. Princess Paws leaned down, her whiskers nearly touching the cool water. "River?" she asked. "Do you know where my crown went?" The river didn't speak with words, but it bubbled in reply. Tiny waves formed on the surface and pointed up, up, up the rocky mountain path. "Thank you," she said softly, feeling encouraged. She was getting closer. Climbing Misty Mountain was tiring, but Princess Paws was brave. When she finally reached the very top, she saw it. There, beside a large gray rock, was her beautiful crystal crown. And next to it sat a small, fluffy gray kitten, looking very sad. "Oh, my crown!" Princess Paws exclaimed, rushing forward. Then she turned to the little kitten. "Pebble, did you take it?" The little kitten, Pebble, shook his head so fast, his ears flopped. "I found it lying on the ground. I promise. I tried to bring it back to the castle, but it's just too heavy for me." He looked down at his tiny paws. Princess Paws's heart melted. She smiled warmly and sat right down beside him. "Thank you for keeping it safe. Pebble, you did the right thing!" Pebble looked up, his big green eyes wide with surprise. "Really?" he squeaked. "Of course," Princess Paws said, her voice full of kindness. "Because you cared enough to try. That's what matters most." She gently picked up her crystal crown and placed it back on her head. The gems instantly began to sparkle and shine, as if they were happy to be home. "Pebble," she added, "would you like to help me open the royal garden for the festival?" Pebble's eyes shined brighter than any gem. "Yes, please!" he cheered. Princess Paws returned to the kingdom of Whiskeria with her new friend, Pebble, walking proudly at her side. The citizens cheered when they saw her. With her crown back in place, she touched it to the grand iron gates of the royal garden. They swung open with a magical chime, and instantly, flowers bloomed in every color imaginable, filling the air with the sweetest perfume. Princess Paws raised her paw to the cheering crowd. "Today," she announced, We celebrate not just the spring, but kindness, courage, and new friends. Pebbles stood beside her, purring the loudest, happiest purr he had ever purred. And from that day on, Princess Paws was known not just as a royal leader, but as the kind princess who always shared her brightness with others. Thank you for joining our story time today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more magical tailies!